Hi dear friends, welcome to my channel. It's Aksharadhari by Devraj. So I hope you guys are enjoying the summer holidays and occasions. So due to some reasons, the Saturday and Sunday videos were not updated. So I hope you guys who are preparing for and working towards to improve our communication in English. So and before going to start this newspaper reading session, please subscribe to my channel, like and comment. If you guys have any comments or doubts, please leave the comment in the comment box or write to me at aksharadhari.india@gmail.com. So that I can help you how to resolve your doubts or queries. So I hope you guys reading the newspaper daily at least 40 minutes to 2 hours to make you very better in the communication. So let me start today's newspaper reading, guys. Yes, guys, let's start today's newspaper reading. So what's let's look how what's in the news today front page and let's start reading. So this is the front page of Bangalore edition. So sufficient water to last through June. 1 in 7 Indian schools ran by lone teachers. Wow, it's very bad. There are a lot of unemployed teachers over there, but the hiring is not happening due to many reasons. Maybe so many reasons. Task force keeps a watchful hand review delegates Kashmir itinerary changed. MI makes the playoff short break for RCB. SBI U-turn no ID card slip to swap 2000 notes. The RBI had not issued instructions to banks to collect identify proofs for exchanging notes. Sources say Harding that the finance ministry had intervened to make SBI change its directive. Women dies after car gets submerged in hunt pause. This was the incident happened on yesterday evening. In this incident, when the vehicle was submerged in water, so then the almost seven of the family, one women, one lady was died. She was the Infosys employee. So, but it's unfortunate. It's bad. So it's very sad, and it couldn't be happen to anybody. So let us go to the next page. Next, countries should respect sovereignty and territorial integrity. PM Modi at a G7 meet. Cookie groups demand separation from Manipur. BJP's opportunistic, dictatorial. Uddhav Kejriwal reaches out to Halis to still stall Delhi civil service bill. Presidency Group of Institutions ICSE results 2023. Water gushed in from all sides in less than 2 minutes. While traffic police maintained there were barricades blocking entry to the underpass and that an auto driver removed them. Eyewitnesses claimed that they could not see any at the spot. 14 fire and emergency services personnel involved in rescue. Care Circle and was usually floods during rain, say officials. Women dies after car gets submerged. IMD rain expected to continue in Bangalore for next 5 days. CET 93.16% attendance on day 2. Ringing in Change. What is Ringing in Change? Members of the Punjab Education Collective, which won the Collective Social Innovation Award from the Squab Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship, talk about how they worked with the state government to provide good education to children in the government schools. So it's very good. PhD admission. So this is about the admissions in different universities in many universities. Cabinet expansion discussion to resume after special session. Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister to head back to Delhi. Special session from today, where newly elected MLAs will take oath. 15 tons of waste collected after grand swearing-in ceremony. We will probe our previous regime scams case by case. MB Patil. Shukma harks back to Virendra Patil episode. Sufficient water to lost through June in Kaveri Basin dams. 4 killed in a road accident in Telangana. CNN officials are confident that drinking water supply will not be affected. Besides, Jemavati Reservoir in Gorur has sufficient storage to last through any crisis. Water level on Sunday was 2,895 feet as against the maximum level of 2,922 feet. Siddaramaiah makes a surprise appearance at grandson's graduation ceremony. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah with his grandson Dhawan and officials of Canadian International School during its visit there on Sunday. Student at Canadian International School here had a surprise guest in Chief Minister Siddaramaiah when he turned up at the graduation ceremony of the class of 2023 on Sunday. Among the 68 graduating students with his grandson Dhawan Rakesh, who has passed out of class 12 from the school, tweeted the Siddaramaiah said on his personal Twitter handle, "My grandson completed his class 12 from Sisblur, and the school had organized a farewell for the graduating class of 2023 at the Canadian International School. I was happy to be part of the event." Interest in politics. Dhawan is the son of Rakesh, who was being groomed to take forward Mr. Siddaramaiah's political legacy. However, he met with an untimely death in 2016. Dhawan was last seen publicly with his grandfather in Varna constituency during one of his campaigns. Mr. Siddaramaiah had then said that his grandson appeared to be interested in politics but has a long way to go since he was only 17 and wanted to study law. Guest the grandson's graduation ceremony had writer and Padma Bhushan awardee Sudha Murthy addressing the students. Police killed in a road accident in Telangana. Manipur mayhem, a manufactured schism. Capital quandary. Let me read this editorial page, guys. So, what is in the editorial page? Bimal Akojam, teachers, social political psychology and sociology at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Manipur is no stranger to the scourge of massacres in the infamous Naga Kuki class of 1990s. Hundreds of innocents were slaughtered, not for what they did, but because of what they were. In that protracted carnage among us, the tribal communities of Manipur, places of worship and villages were razed to the ground and thousands rendered homeless. When it came to these Christian communities, the biblical teaching, "Love thy neighbor," was of no use in what was politically motivated genocidal violence. That specter of a bloodbath has returned to haunt Manipur again, this time between the Kukis and the Meiteis. Incidentally, the Kukis have been involved in such clashes with their neighbors across the years. Besides the infamous clash with the Nagas in the 1990s, there have been violent conflicts with the Dimas and the Karbis in Assam and with the Paites in Manipur. So, what has led to this latest round of carnage involving the Kukis? Many commentators have mentioned the demand for scheduled tribes status by the Meiteis and the attempt of the state government to survey forest areas and evict illegal occupants from their protected forest being some of the sparks. But then For the sparks to be produced and to turn into inferno, there needs to be material. That material is the manufactured divide, the hill valley divide in Manipur. This contrived reality has to be taken as a historical a priori to understand the present carnage, for it is a past that lives in the present dirt. To borrow from Michael Foucault, cast a shadow. Topographical divide. At the root of the divide is the invented topographical dichotomy between two geographical features of a landscape, hill and valley belonging to same elevated mountainous fold formed by the collision between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. Imphal and the districts in Manipur, Churachandpur, Ukhrul, Chandel, and neighboring states of Nagaland and Mizoram are parts of the same elevated mountainous fold. While the Brahmaputra Valley is a part of the depression created by the said collision, the erstwhile Planning Commission classified states such as Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram as hill states, while Assam was a state with hill areas. And yet, when one takes talks of the Impal Valley, 790 meters, and its relationship with the hills of Manipur, example Chura Chandpur, which is around 922 meter, it is presented as if it is part of the same relationship that exists between the Brahmaputra Valley, Guwahati, roughly 50 meters, and the Kohima, 1044 meter, or Aichwal, 1132 meter. The British introduced this pause topographical perspective in Manipur by extending a scheme that differentiated that Brahmaputra Valley from the Naga and Lushai hills in then Assam. However, the distinction brought about by the British was primarily in terms of population rather than territory. Thus, while revenues were generated from both the hills and the valleys in Manipur, example house tax, the people were divided and governed under different regimes of law, and it informed by the colonial anthropological theme and strategic calculation. This geographical misrepresentation was further consolidated by classifying a section of the people as ill tribes who were governed by a separate set of criminal and civil laws of the state of Manipur, respective of whether they lived in the hills or valleys. The forced colonial Indian states, far from reversing the colonial schemes, has not only reproduced but also expanded these false dichotomies during the 1950s and early 1970s. Thus, the colonial category of hill tribes has been re-rendered as scheduled tribes, and the rest as general category. Later on, many of these people have been reclassified as other backward classes, along with a small section as scheduled caste. In fact, this has accentuated the division among the people by introducing a division of land through pieces of legislation such as the Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reforms Act 1960 and Article 371C. Even the state legislature was also divided by introducing a mini assembly, ironically called a hill area committee within the assembly of a hill state. No way in the country, perhaps even in the entire world, has such a abnormal and fabricated divisions been officially recreated and nurtured among a minuscule population belonging to the same ethno-linguistic family inhabiting a small and compact mountainous region. Over the years, this anomalous and concocted divide has come to shape and characterizes what Charles Taylor calls the social imaginary, that is, the ways people imagine their social existence, how they fit with the others in the state. Consequently, the topographical reality of hills valley that mark a mountainous terrain has become hills and valley inhabited by different peoples. Such social imaginary feeds and is fed by a political culture, and that this enables the people in the state from realizing and pursuing common goods. The role of politics. Moreover, the dynamics of competitive politics of the electoral democracy in the state have sharpened the divide. Politicians and some social elites, particularly among the STs, have manipulated people's sentiments by creating a communal narrative that blames the mighties for the imagined and real referential development patterns in the state, often comparing the district headquarters with Impal, the capital city, whose inhabitants 36% of the entire population of the state include tribal, non-tribal, and people from outside state. The argument of valley depriving ill areas has been propagated. Such commonly motivated articulations have as sidelined the real issues seen in matters of underdevelopment, such as topography, demographic factors, law and order, shortcomings of a top-down and one-size-fits-all model of planning, and importantly, the cascading effects of a neo-patrimonial socio-economic structure in the state. Such a communal narrative has been used to articulate a politics of redistribution during electioneering as well as in sectarian mobilization, especially of an ethno-nationalist variety which is mostly based on exclusivist tribal identities. These mobilizations have a corresponding articulation of territoriality, thus irrespective of the priority. These identities are on the familiar anthropological contradiction between tribe as a conceptual category and the empirical reality on the ground, one who belongs to which tribe and multiple expressions of hyphenated identities on the shifting and arbitrary nature of the territoriality, often seen in overlapping or different cartographical representations. These mobilizations have produced genocidal violence that Manipur has seen. The violence that erupted on May 3rd, 2023 has all the signatures of politically motivated massacres. Indeed, the carnage fits the description of genocidal violence. The effort to mark out a territory and cleansing the other from that space, and the timing and sequence of unfolding events point to what Paul Bratz called institutionalized riot systems involving a preparatory phase of activities. Example: desecration of sacred religious sites at Kaobru and Tangching, to violent activities in the run up to the eruption of violence and method. Activation represented by the burning down of a forest as a rally wound up and burning of ties at a memorial gate has a signal. A likely false flag, the near simultaneous burning down of houses at Turbang, Mori, etc. Hours before mobs ran riot in Nepal to the face of explanation involving hectic efforts to control the narrative of causes and blame as displacement involving social scientists and the mainstream and social media. Orchestrated violence invariably has some beneficiaries and goals. The carnage cannot serve the interests of those who speak of coexistence of communities and the integrity of the state, but it can very well serve a sectarian interest. Incidentally, even as the violence has subsidized in the valley and attacks on the Maitis villages in the periphery continue, there are demands for the asymmetrical federation, decentralization, separate administration, and talk of restricting tribal people from residing in the valley, as articulated by Cookie MLA in a web portal. Only an impartial judiciary inquiry can find out the sequence of events and fix responsibility. This is about the genocidal incident is happened as it's about in Manipur between cookies and Naga cookies clash. So, if you didn't understand, please read the news this editorial page wise. So, due to some time span, I am not able to read twice. I'm not able to explain it completely. So, let me read this. India has a squad-led biomanufacturing hub. Is a researcher at the Takshashila Institution. Is a researcher at the Takshashila Institution. Both of them are from the Takshashila Institution. Let me read this editorial page. In March 2021, the Quad, Australia, India, Japan, and the United States set up a critical and emerging technology working group to facilitate cooperation, monitor trends, and scout for opportunities related to development and critical and emerging technologies. That included biotechnology. However, the potential for Quad cooperation in biotechnology remains insufficiently tapped. The establishment of a Quad-led biomanufacturing hub in India will give the necessary belief to enhance this cooperation. The writers have examined this proposal with researchers at the Australian National University. Biomanufacturing uses living systems, particularly microorganisms and cell cultures, to produce molecules and materials on a commercial scale. It has the potential to transform the global industrial system with up to the 60% of physical inputs to the global economy expected to be producible using this technology. Many countries, including the United States and China, recognize the need to optimize this ecosystem and have designed specific policies to shape their bioeconomies. The Quad and complementary strengths. India's National Biotechnology Development Strategy also envisions the countries as a global manufacturing hub by 2025. While the strategy sets a target of 100 billion for the hub, it is important to recognize that India's ambitions require external support, particularly through its Quad partners. To enable its initial development, specifically the Quad should establish a manufacturing hub in India to benefit from the country's economic potential and address supply chain vulnerabilities. Quad nations have complementary strengths that can be leveraged to create this hub. The US has significant funding capability, while all three Japan, in Australia, and the US also possess advanced biotechnology innovation ecosystem and intellectual property. India has skilled manpower and the potential to provide affordable scale. India is the ideal choice to host the biomanufacturing hub thanks to its existing infrastructure, pharmaceutical manufacturing expertise and the available workforce. According to the Australian Strategic Biopolicy Institute, India is among the top performers in the field of biomanufacturing in both the quality of research output and in the share among research publications. India also has significant potential in low-cost biomanufacturing, particularly in the production of enzymes, reagents, research materials, and equipment. According to at least one analysis, the cost of manufacturing in India is around 33% lower when compared to that in the US. However, India still requires significant capability and capacity uplifts to become a world leader. Strengthening physical infrastructure. India also aims to become a leading biomanufacturing hub with plans to increase fermentation capacity in tenfold to 10 million liters in the next 3 to 5 years. China has also expressed its intention to capture this market, similar to how it dominated small molecule active pharmaceutical ingredients. In fact, concerns about China's dominance in API pushed India to launch a production linked incentive scheme that allocated 2 billion to the pharmaceutical sector to make biopharmaceuticals, API, key starting materials, and related products. Such dependence in the biomanufacturing sector will be detrimental to both India and Quad. The proposed hub can help facilitate technology transfer, connect investors, and establish a biomanufacturing point that is administered through the Quad. To support India's efforts to reduce dependency on China, boosting our workforce, lowering barriers to scale up the biomanufacturing sector. India needs to uplift its workforce quality. While there are many life science professionals in the country, they lack access to cutting edge technology and training. To address these, permanent training facilities can be established in universities around the Quad hub with experts from other Quad countries providing the training. Recent policy changes in India allow the establishment of foreign universities and can encourage scholar exchange programs. Training should also focus on commercializing research and development, a common challenge for non-US countries in the Quad. To facilitate across Quad collaboration, the biomanufacturing hub can house all current bilateral government efforts and establish a research collaboration office for this purpose. The hub can also harmonize language, regulations, and data sharing regarding biomanufacturing to secure supply chains for Quad nations and facilitate international collaboration. Such streamlining will boost collaboration efforts within the Quad and create opportunities for collaboration with nations outside the Quad as well. The proposed hub in India can capitalize on the economic potential of the biomanufacturing industry and address existing and potential vulnerabilities in the global system. India can become a leading player in the field of biomanufacturing and help the Quad to compete in this key area. This is about manufacturing idea judging Jallikattu. Verdict supports cultural sentiment, but animal rights, human safety matter too. Capital quandary. Delhi's quest for administrative autonomy is hostage to BJP AP rivalry. So this is about the editorial page, guys. Let me go to the next page. What is hijacking G20 Civil Society Forum? Controversies Royal Telangana's universities. 1 in 7 Indian primary schools run by lone teachers. Millions of Indian children are still studying in single teacher schools. There is no excuse for this gross violation of the right to freedom, right to education act. This is a very bad practice. Most of the government schools, especially, running only lone teachers. Then there's a lack of teachers. It's facing by the government schools. It should be this the this kind of practice must be removed, and also government must recruit the sufficient teachers to the government schools. Jaishankar Blinken meet in Hiroshima, discuss plans for PM's US visit in June. Country should respect sovereignty. PM. Last minute changes made to itinerary as G20 meet begins in Kashmir today. India used to high technology cooperation, co-production of jet engines to on the table. Return of the 2000 currency notes to bolster bank of corpus, money market liquidity. NIS banned Naxal outfit leaders Dinesh Gop. Slavery is the same under the British or the BJP. Playing the easiest decisions on the Shiv Sena issue, the former Master CM says the poll body can register a party but cannot decide the name of anyone's party. He says people are looking for an alternative to BJP and asserts the Hindutva followed by his party is different from that of the BJP. Sena's chief also blames the BJP's use and throw politics for its decision to join hands with Congress. Kogi groups to press for separation from Manipur, equal political status. We will not go back to the pre-May 3rd conditions under which negotiations were being held so far. We wanted to seal our borders and wanted to be out of Manipur. Says a leader, authorities begin audit of weapons at Kogi camps in hill districts. Office of RGI says it cannot reveal the stance on Maidis. Time to move on. Jaish operative arrested in Kashmir, says NIA. Guardians of the Ganga task force keeps a watchful eye on the river. Brij Bhushan says he is ready to undergo narco analysis. Over 4,000 volunteers under the Namami Ganga initiative have been keeping a check on littering and poaching in the river to make sure that its flora fauna are intact. In return, the Wildlife Institute of India has helped them with livelihood training. And the duress a BJP man calls up daughter's wedding. 3 killed in a fire at Bengal, 5 wolves go down. Compensate or vacate. Owner of disputed land in Arunachal tells the army. CUET is glitch free, but some symptoms reported delays. Beauty of mind. Greece PM's Conservative 40 wins polls but no outright victory. 12 dead, many injured in a stampede at EI Salvador Budapest Stadium. China says US chip maker Micron failed a national security review. Iran summons Swiss envoy over tweet calling to halt executions. G7 wants to de-risk, not decouple from China. Biden. Israel for fight ministers visits Al-Aqsa compound. Kyiv will disputes Moscow's claim over Bakhmut. Martin Hami is author of Money, London Fields, dies at aged 73. Measuring volatility risk while investing in stock market. Risk balance reward. Risk and reward. Not thinking about Team India selection at Rinku Singh. We never gave up credit to the boys, Super Giants, Skipper Krunal. Fleming reveals his squad in unsure of conditions at Mac. Wanted to make Patirana better than me, says Malinga. Green's 100 gives MIS resounding victory. Gil's turn overshadows Kohli's as Titans knock out Royal Challengers. Manchester City celebrates title with win over Chelsea. Bronze was Shaili at her first world level international meet. Indians triumph in Asian U2012 tennis. Italian Open. Hawkins wins title as injured. Kalinina retires. Wet weather curtails Sunday's races. Kopka ignores Booves, grabs one stroke lead over Oland and Connors. Savehanda Sehai ran to glory in TCS War 10K Bangalore. Can Nadal battle the pain and retire on his return on terms? When Nadal burst onto the scene, there were questions regarding how sustainable his style of play would be in the long run. His willingness to suffer and show no mercy on himself in order to keep a seemingly finished rally going with his astounding court courage was quite evident from the beginning of his career. Grand Slams Nadal has missed since his 2003 debut. Premier Dreams eludes Arsenal despite coming agonizingly close. Did Neanderthals shape our noses? Neanderthals. A recent study in communications biology led by researchers from the University College London in Pudan University adds to a growing and significant body of evidence on disease and traits in modern humans that have been influenced by genomic loci from the Neanderthals and the Denisovans. It's about something on mind. Text and context. This is the last two page. The profit reported by the Airports Authority of India in financial year 3,400 crores. The total use of electricity distribution opportunities in May. The amount of FPIs have put in Indian equities in May so far. The number of people displaced by floods in the northeast Italy. Another military package for Ukraine from the US. Understanding a human pangenome map. What is the genome sequencing and why it is important? Why is this reference genome map considered one of the most important scientific breakthroughs? What is the difference between reference map and a pangenome map? How is India hoping to benefit from the latest genome map? What is the Open Network for Digital Commerce? How does the ONDC intend to achieve a level playing field for online sellers? Why are major e-commerce players such as Amazon and Flipkart reluctant to join the ONDC? What is the ONDC exactly? Open Network for Digital Commerce. Yes. After sugar, it is time to regulate how much salt is being consumed. Salt reduction in diet is the most cost effective measure to control non communicable diseases. The World Health Organization had previously cautioned that the world is off track to achieve its global target of reducing salt intake by 30% by 2025. A quiz on the life of Hergé, the creator of Tintin, who was born on May 22 and 1907. I hope you read. I hope you enjoying the newspaper reading. And so I'm going to hand this today's session. And please subscribe to my channel, like and comment for more videos related to education and competitive exams. So I hope you guys are preparing much better to make you better in communication. So let's see you in the upcoming videos, guys. Please subscribe. Have a great day.